Hello folks, my name is Mark. This is Why I Hate the World. What's happening? So, this is a video about MGTOW, which, if you guys don't know what that is, it is men going their own way. Right. So those of you who are not familiar with the manosphere, basically men going their own way, it's an offshoot of the larger men's rights movement, but it's made up of men who have been so hurt, so wounded, so oppressed by women and feminism that they've sworn off relationships with women and sex with women for good. And the claim is that they no longer care about women or no longer pursue women or want relationships with women or even sex with women. And as a straight male with a decent sex drive myself, my reaction to this is, are you fucking kidding me? I mean, what the... I don't... Whatever, dude. I don't even fucking know. But basically these guys are guys who are like... for the most part, they're men who are either like too ugly or fat or socially inept or, you know, for one reason or another, they're unable to attract a female. You know, unable to get a girlfriend or, you know, a wife or whatever. And instead of going out and making the attempt to improve themselves and possibly attract someone, what they're doing instead is deciding to just like whine and cry and be a bunch of fucking crybabies about it. You know, kind of like when you're a kid and like you're playing and you want your big brother to play with you, you know, to play He-Man with you and shit, and he doesn't want to, so you pick up your toys and you go, well fine, I'm not going to play anyway. Like, that's basically the equivalent of like men going, well fine, you don't want to be my girlfriend, then I don't want to, you know, I don't want to fuck you anyway, which is fucking bullshit. The whole thing is just bullshit, right? So, first off, the claim that men are not interested in sex, you know, with women, that's just fucking straight men at least not being interested. That's bullshit. Okay, that's fucking total horseshit. Even guys who are like old and like, you know, divorced or like their wives have died or whatever, and they're like old men and shit, and they're just not interested in chasing tail anymore. Even those guys still, you know, masturbate. Okay, even those guys still, if given the chance, would like have sex with a beautiful woman. All right, that's right out. You can just toss that fucking claim out the window right off the fucking bat. I mean, unless you're some kind of weird, kind of non-sexual person or whatever. That's, you know, that's fucking bullshit. What's really going on is that these men are unable to handle rejection, and that's the real problem here, right? And that also brings me to my second point. I mean, the entire movement, it's selfish, right? It's basically, you know, the very concept itself is selfish, right? It's like when they say that women don't want me, so I no longer want women. You know, what they're doing is that they're projecting the reason for them being rejected onto the woman, right? They're taking that away from themselves. They're saying, you know, it's not my fault, right? It must be the woman's fault. You know, it's not my fault that I can't find like a, you know, I can't engage in a healthy relationship for whatever reason. No, it's their fault because, you know, I'm better than them and shit. And that's, you know, like it's the woman's fault, you know, that they find the man unattractive, right? And that's kind of like, you know, the men going their own way, they share this trait with other, you know, the greater manosphere, you know. It's kind of the same way like with the other MRM people and the Red Pillars and the Gamergate people and pickup artists and all the other groups who fall under the manosphere umbrella. They all seem to share this kind of this sort of like vast narcissistic superiority complex, you know. It's like, it's the woman's fault, you know, that I am unattractive. You know, it's the woman's fault that she finds me uninteresting. You know, it's not my fault. Oh, hell no, right? And that's something that all of those groups have in common. It's like they never accept blame for anything, you know, they never accept responsibility for anything that they might have done themselves. It's always somebody else's fault. It's always feminism's fault, you know, it's always fucking the government's fault. It's always, you know, black people's faults or whatever, you know, and in this case, it's women's fault, you know, it's that, you know, I can't get laid because of them, not because of me, and that's fucking bullshit, you know. It's not, you know, it's not, the reason why you can't get laid is not because feminism has, like, brainwashed all the women out there to find you unattractive, right? It's because you're fucking unattractive. I mean, seriously, man. And you know, it's go out and improve yourself. You know, getting in a relationship is not that fucking hard. All right. What you know what you got to do? You have to go outside. All right, that's kind of tough, right? You got to turn off Call of fucking Duty, and you know, stop playing World of Warcraft for 5 minutes, right? And you got to take a shower, and you got to fucking trim your fucking nose hairs and shit, right? And put on some decent clothes and go out and talk to people, right? And talk to women, and that's usually how you get it going. All right. The funny part is that right now, it's the easiest time in history, like ever, to find women, to get in a relationship, right? Because you have the internet, you know, you have fucking social media, you know, and Facebook, and you have things like meetup.com where you can go and meet people that share similar interests as you, right? With you, and then you also have things like fucking, you know, Plenty of Fish and like dating websites. I mean, I met my fucking, you know, fiance on fucking, you know, OkCupid. All right, seriously, man. Go out there and, you know, use what you have. I mean, there's fucking apps that you can get on your phone that you can go to a bar, and not only will it tell you who in the bar is single, right, it'll tell you if they want to have sex. Okay. I don't understand. I wish I would have had that 10, 15 years ago, right? It's fucking a joke. So the only person you have to blame for not getting any is you, okay? It's not their fault. It's your fault. Quit being a fucking crybaby. Seriously. So in short, you know, fuck going men going their own way. Fuck those people. I am not impressed, right? I'm not buying the fucking crybaby shit, okay? And all I gotta say is get the fuck out already. Adios.